You thought one Michael B. Jordan was intense? Try two. In Sinners, he plays twin brothers with such depth, it's giving double the drama, double the heartbreak, and maybe double the danger. These aren't just roles. They're reflections of pain, power, and identity. And trust, the layers go deep. Before we dive into the duality and drama, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. If you're the kind of socialite who lives for hidden meanings, iconic performances, and a splash of scandal with your cinema, this is your front row seat. It's 1932, Mississippi Delta, a town full of secrets, heat, and history. And at the heart of it, the Moore twins, Elijah "Smoke" Moore and Elias "Stack" Moore, both played by the incomparable Michael B. Jordan. They're not just brothers. They're war-torn, blood-bound, and caught between a past soaked in violence and a future full of ghosts. These twins are veterans of the Great War, scarred physically and emotionally by their time in the trenches and their days as enforcers for the Chicago outfit. That past isn't just backstory, it's a looming shadow. They've seen the worst of humanity and somehow made it out. Now, they've returned home to the Delta to start fresh. They co-own a sawmill by day and run the hottest juke joint in the parish by night. Think moonshine, Delta blues, and dangerous charm. But this isn't just escapism. The juke joint becomes a sanctuary, a cultural heartbeat in a town teetering on the edge. It's where freedom lives. In music, in dance, in community. Smoke is the elder twin. By 2 minutes, but emotionally, by miles. He's the anchor, the protector, the one who doesn't speak unless he has to. He carries every mistake and memory like weight in his bones. Stack, on the other hand, is light on his feet and quick with a quip. He's the performer, the peacemaker, the dreamer who still believes there's more to life than scars and survival. But Sinners makes one thing clear from the jump. Peace is temporary, especially when you've got blood on your hands and enemies who never forget. Smoke is a man carrying history on his shoulders. His quiet is heavy. Every scar, every glance tells you he's been through fire. His trauma doesn't define him, but it informs every move he makes. He walks with a kind of caution that feels like a second skin, always scanning, always assessing. Stack, on the other hand, still believes in redemption. He smiles more. He talks faster. He thinks he can play his way out of trouble. His optimism isn't naive. It's defiant. A choice to believe in beauty, even after hell. He's not blind to danger. He just refuses to let it steal his soul. The twins' relationship is complex, protective, competitive, and full of unspoken love. They fight like family. They forgive like blood. But there's always that tension, that feeling that something, some truth or tragedy, is looming. Their names say it all. Elijah, biblical, righteous, a man set apart. Elias, same route, different path. The Moore twins are mirror images with divergent destinies, and Coogler doesn't let you forget it. Every frame echoes the theme. 2 men, same blood, different ends. One grounded in silence, one singing into the dark. Let's talk performance. Michael B. Jordan doesn't just act. He transforms. As Smoke, his voice drops. His posture stiffens. He wears trauma like a second skin. You feel the weight of his memories in every pause, every glance, every silence that speaks volumes. As Stack, he's fluid, lighter, almost hopeful. There's music in his movements, swagger in his stride. But look closer. There's tension beneath that charm, a flicker of doubt, a whisper of fear. Stack is always performing, even when no one's watching, especially then. To make it believable, the production used twin consultants and deep character study. MBJ even worked with a dialect coach to differentiate the brothers' speech. One speaks in short, clipped sentences. The other flows. You can close your eyes and still tell them apart. The costume design supports the transformation. Smoke wears earth tones, muted, grounded. Stack, brighter colors, flashier fabrics. But it's Jordan's presence that seals the deal. These aren't costume changes. These are 2 men fully realized, each haunted in his own way. Then come the vampires, and not the sexy, sparkly kind. These ones are hungry, manipulative, and deeply symbolic. They invade the town, and Stack is the first to fall. These creatures don't just feed on blood. They feed on culture, on article, on identity. They infiltrate the juke joint, seducing the patrons and silencing the sound. It's cultural appropriation turned literal. Vampires feeding off Black creativity, draining it dry. Stack's transformation into a vampire is devastating, not just because it costs him his humanity, but because it marks a betrayal, a fall. He becomes the very thing they fought to escape. The metaphor is clear. Even the brightest soul can be consumed by the wrong system. The supernatural isn't just horror here, it's commentary. Every bite is a metaphor, every transformation, a warning. And when the music fades, that's the real scream. In the film's most heartbreaking turn, Stack is turned, and Smoke is left with an impossible choice: save his twin or save the town. Their final confrontation is drenched in symbolism. Two halves of the same whole. One mortal, one monster, one fighting to forget, the other trapped in transformation. The showdown doesn't happen in a grand cathedral or some gothic lair. It happens in the juke joint, now twisted and dark. The same place where they built a home becomes their battlefield. That irony? Chef's kiss. Smoke doesn't kill Stack. He can't. But he doesn't save him either. He walks away. And that, socialites, might be even more painful. Because it's not about good versus evil. It's about grief, loss, the unbearable weight of watching someone you love disappear into something you can't stop. Smoke doesn't make it to the end credits. But his death? It's a benediction. He dies defending his people, his town, his soul. And that cigarette in his final moment? Iconic. It's not just a smoke. It's a ritual. A goodbye. A man reclaiming his humanity in his last breath. The scene is quiet. No swelling music. No dramatic monologue. Just a man, a match, and a memory. Jordan delivers that scene with aching restraint. It's soft. It's sad. And it's unforgettable. In a world full of monsters, Smoke dies human. Fully, beautifully human. His final moments are a rejection of vampirism, of exploitation, of violence. He doesn't burn out. He bows out. Flash forward. Sammy, now older, walks the sawmill ruins. And in the shadows, Stack. Still young, still undead. Watching. It's haunting. Immortality isn't freedom. It's a curse. Stack is frozen in time, untouched by age but marinated in regret. The pain in his eyes? Ageless. And as Sammy walks away, we're left with a chilling truth. Some wounds never heal. What does it mean that Stack remains? Is he a warning? A ghost? Or has he become the very predator they fought? The ambiguity is intentional. Sinners doesn't hand you answers. It asks you to live with the questions. It's legacy through contrast. One brother becomes legend, the other, a shadow. And the question lingers, was Stack ever really the villain? Or was he just the one who lost the fight? Michael B. Jordan gave us two brothers, one tragedy and 100 emotions. Sinners might be horror, but Smoke and Stack? That's high drama. So tell me, which twin stuck with you? And did Stack deserve redemption or revenge? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, more fangs, more feelings, and more hidden meanings are coming your way. That's the tea from me. Keep it classy, socialites.